What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Iowa State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Cyclones trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Cincinnati's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on it.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Bearcats are rolling down the field. Looking for a man, it's Sorsby. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Bearcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He'll do it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First play of the drive comes from the 38. The give on the inside. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Working that left side now. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle. And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Used the play fake, down to throw. Caught near the sticks, it's Sowell. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Trying to set up the screen. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking to pass. It's Beck. He wants to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Cyclones will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the 1st time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Caldwell. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've had a really productive 1st half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Look out, he's got room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give from the gun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Beck. Firing to the right, complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the 1st half.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Houston is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Clutch City. They're up 14 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, he'll throw it. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. To the air, it's Sorsby. Throws to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Caught in the backfield, it's Walker. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Bearcats will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Catches it at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Quick spin on the run.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Sauer. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this 1st half as good as you possibly can.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half.
The Cyclones will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Looks it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. To the air, it's Beck. He put some heat on that one down the middle. Got him downfield. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can...
Touchdown, Cyclones! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for room, it's Walker. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. There he goes to the right. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. pocket, breaking down. Got his man on the right. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Touch pass on the run. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try the run. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to get the defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Sowell. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Cyclones are flying down the field. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 45. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Iowa State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Let's go.
They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And they can't make the play on third down. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And the Cyclones want to pick up the tempo. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Jones wants to throw it. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the offense onto the field again. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Got enough for the first. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just turning it on. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Creates a little room. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a... Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They're going to test the right side with this one. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Jones to throw. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Bearcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Gonna run it. It's Pryor. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They bring the punter onto the field now. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds a man in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, baby.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football.
Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he tacks on the extra point. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the books. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.